Hello, friends. This is Professor Googlov. Today's video will be a little unusual, but I'm sure you will like it. So, get comfortable and let's go. Feeding the ducks. Almost all of us have fed ducks at least once in our lives. 1 or 2. But not 100 and certainly not 1,000. Where do you get that many ducks? And where to get that much food for them? Fortunately, we don't have to look for a question to answer that. And this man has found it. Watch as he feeds hundreds of ducks from a large bag. The man is like a Pied Piper who wanders among the birds with food and treats them. And in the morning he goes and collects the eggs left by the ducks. And the next day it starts all over again. The man comes with a big bag of food, to the great joy of the ducks. He's like a real Santa Claus. The farmer's so practiced that they're like wheels in a fine-tuned machine. Wake up, collect eggs, feed the ducks, go to sleep, wake up, and do it all over again. Cats versus dogs. We all know how cats and dogs can't stand each other. Well, not pets, but wild animals. Wild cats and dogs clearly have trouble communicating with each other. So what happens when these animals meet where no one can see them? These people were vacationing in Antalya, Turkey. They went into a park where they saw a large pack of wild cats. The cats were acting very relaxed, but that all changed when a wild dog approached them. As soon as the pooches noticed the dog, they became a little belligerent. The cats immediately adopted a fighting stance and started attacking the dog from all sides. The dog, of course, started to fight back. But then he calmed down when the girl convinced the animal that the cats were not worth his attention. Now that's what we call an eventful day's walk. These clashes often happen in the wild, and it's a good thing they rarely happen at home. A fight with a koala. Koalas look like the calmest and sweetest animals in all of Australia. But it turns out they're not. Koalas don't just fight when they have to, they fight each other all the time. And it looks really cute. These koalas are so cute. This video was taken in a South Australian reserve. It shows just how fierce these animals can be. The male is approaching a female who has just climbed to the top of a tree. And then things go wrong. The koalas begin to exchange blows and then fall to the ground. The female refuses to give in and punches the insolent male until he finally realizes what the female has to say and leaves, admitting defeat. This behavior doesn't seem out of place during mating season. But the catch is that this video was not made during mating season. It was a perfectly normal day. Apparently, the male was angry about something. A Navy SEAL patting himself on the belly. Navy SEALs are definitely the cutest animals on the planet. They're simply adorable. And if you want to release a movie in which the SEALs act as villains, we strongly advise you not to do that and do something else. In this video, we see a kitty frantically punching himself in the stomach. Some people will find all this unfunny, but we don't think so. This fellow isn't trying to get someone's attention, he's trying to drive the person away. The fact is that kitties are not very agile and it is difficult for them to scare a person with their cute face. Therefore, these animals had to come up with another kind of deterrence. They hit themselves hard and often on the stomach. In SEAL language, it means, "Get off my property and leave me alone." This method works with small animals, but with people, it doesn't scare people much. Just look at that cute little face and you'll see for yourself. Parrot. Parrots and cockatoos are the greatest imitators on the planet. But can they fool the animals they copy? Probably not. But can they try? Why not copy a dog right under its nose? Kakadu decided to walk right up to the dog and bark right at him. But that's not all. Cockatoo is very talented. And he can not only bark, but he can also meow. What a talented bird. It's not for nothing that the parrot is called the best mimic in the animal world. I bet no one can beat him. A cat on a heated roof. Cats are naturally very curious and thanks to their innate agility and reflexes, they can climb anywhere they want to go. Even if it is very dangerous. Well, if you have 9 lives, a couple of them can sometimes be sacrificed, right? A family was driving on a Nebraska highway when they noticed something unusual on a nearby car. On the roof of the speeding minivan was an animal, which at first was mistaken for a raccoon. But a closer look revealed that it was just a very large gray and white scaredy cat. According to the family, The animal looked like it was trying to figure out what the hell was even going on here. How did I even end up here? The hyena scared the leopard. It's so hard to scare a big cat. But some animals are pretty good at it. True, it usually ends badly. In fact, most of these scarecrows end up in the paws of kitties. Oh, tough luck for them. This hyena, on the other hand, was able to do the impossible. This video was taken in the Sabi Sands Western National Park in South Africa. Watching the leopard languorously licking itself, the hyena assesses the situation. The leopard finally noticed her. The hyena recoiled in fear. And the predator stood up to take a defensive stance and began growling and hissing at the hyena. The hyena ran away from the leopard. When the deed was done, she went to her friends to tell them about her mischief. An elephant and a train with passengers. Can a train with passengers that has left the station be stopped? Yes. An elephant can do that. It sounds strange, but it can. Well, after all, it is wildlife. It all happened in India. The train stopped and an elephant approached it. The plan was to convince the animal to go the other way. Unfortunately, the stopped train made the elephant even more angry. It became indignant and created a very dangerous situation. Quite quickly a conflict arose. The elephant did not want to leave the tracks and even started walking on the tracks as if to show the train who was in charge. At one point, the animal started pushing the train from the front. The driver immediately started honking to scare the elephant away and moved to a safe place. Sheep on the road. Why are these sheep blocking the road? Take a look for yourself. This video was made by a guy who just wanted to get to work. Do you think you have a long commute to work? A guy was filming the whole thing from his car while two men on horses were doing their best to drive the animals off the road. The car drives off and the sheep get out of its way. They look like a fluffy gray sea. We have no idea how many there are, but they stretch all the way up the hill. All in all, there are a lot of sheep. You've never seen so many sheep in one place. How do you calm a rampaging kangaroo? If you have a pet, try to quickly answer this question: how do you calm an aggressive or angry kangaroo? That's right, pet it. This tactic works very well on kangaroos. However, it's best not to use it with humans. For some reason, this kangaroo is ready to get into a fight with a total stranger. Kangaroos in this state are dangerous. They can cause serious injury. This guy had a great idea. To save his life, he started scratching the kangaroo's neck. And the animal loved it. The kangaroo liked the neck and belly scratching so much that it started to chase the guy in the hope of getting his attention and hoping to be scratched again. In general, if you want a kangaroo to pay attention to you, do this: scratch the animal's belly button. Or its neck. A kitten and his mama dog. Domestic cats and dogs have a lot more in common than they may admit. This family took a dog named Toast for a walk. All of a sudden, the people saw this tiny kitten walking alone. It looked like it had been abandoned. The kitten wasn't scared of this huge dog at all. He came right up to Toast, and she was simply enchanted by this baby. Soon the kitten followed the dog everywhere, and the dog became his mom. Toast was very happy to have an adopted baby. They developed a very unusual relationship. Toast gave the baby all her love and warmth. Well, as I promised, the video was interesting. So, subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.